You told us that he jogged towards her and that a cell phone was used. Is that correct?
That is what he said. Mr. Rivera said that she made the attempt to use the cell phone, later telling me that she told him that she was going to call the police.
And what was the defendant's reaction to Mollie Tibbetts' threat to call the police?
Mr. Rivera said that he got angry.
Did he indicate that there was any type of physical altercation?
After he stated that he got angry, he stated that they started fighting.
Was he any more specific at this point as to what the fight was?
He said tried to slap him and was screaming at him.
Did this make him angry?
Mr. Rivera said that this is when he became angry.
Okay. Now, what is the next thing that Cristhian Rivera told you that he remembers while he was on this road with Mollie Tibbetts?
So once Mr. Rivera told me that he got angry and he remembered them starting fighting, he stated that usually when he becomes angry or when he gets mad, he blacks out. So the next thing that he told me was that he remembered him driving and looking down legs and finding the earbuds that belonged to Mollie, and that is when he remembered that he had Mollie in the back of his vehicle in the trunk.
He did not tell you that he remembered putting her in the trunk.
He stated that he did not remember putting her inside the car. He did not remember how she got there, but he did remember how he took her out of the vehicle.
Okay. But he did remember her being in the trunk.
Yes.
And where were the earbuds at specifically in his car? Where did he Mollie's, or the earbuds he described, where did he put them?
He stated that he was driving, looked down on his legs. That's how he put it, and that's when he saw them.
Did the defendant indicate to you where he took Mollie Tibbetts?
Yes, at the location where we were at.
To a cornfield?
To the cornfield.
Does the defendant describe at this point any injuries to Mollie Tibbetts' body?
That there was blood. He told me that he took her out of the car, put her on top of his shoulder, carried her inside into the cornfield, laying her down, covering her with corn leaves, and leaving right away.
Is he specific at all concerning the injuries to Mollie Tibbetts as to what part of her body those injuries were located?
At one point I asked him, was it the head that it was bleeding? Was it the forehead? He stated he, with his hand, he motioned the neck.
So did he actually say the neck, or did he just point to his neck?
He stated and he pointed to the neck.
Did he describe for you how her body felt when he carried her?
I asked him how her body felt against his body when he was carrying her. He told me that it felt like a person that had just fainted.
Did the defendant ever tell you or remember for you any weapon that was used to cause the injuries to Mollie Tibbetts that would have caused her to bleed?
No, did not.
He couldn't remember it?
He could not remember.
Okay. Is it fair to say, Ms. Romero, that in your conversation with Cristhian Rivera roadside at the cornfield, that the recall by the defendant was not complete.
Yes, I was trying to get more details from him.
Okay. And it was not complete in terms of he never discussed a weapon that was used to harm Mollie Tibbetts.
That is correct.
He did not provide you turn by turn a drive that he took to the cornfield, correct?
Correct.
And there may have been some other details left out. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I was understanding.
Did the defendant provide you any information concerning the condition of his clothing?
Yes, he told me that he had no shirt on because it was stained with blood.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
He had no shirt on because it was stained with blood.
Okay.
Or it could be bloody.
He had no shirt on at what point?
When he was carrying her inside the cornfield.
After he covers Mollie Tibbetts with corn leaves, did he leave?
Yes.
Right away?
He said I left right away.
You asked him again in this part of the interview concerning putting her in the car. Do you recall that?
Yes.
He doesn't remember putting Mollie Tibbetts in the vehicle, but remembers taking her out. Is that accurate?
That is accurate.
After going through this statement with the defendant, did you press him then for more details?
Yes, I did.
Because of those gaps that we just mentioned, is that right?
Yes.
Did you want to get all of the information that you could possibly get from
Yes.
the defendant?
Yes.
That was your goal?
That was my goal.
All right. Did you ever then confront him by asking him if did you ever then press him then on more details? How did you go about doing that?
Yes, so I went to ask him, Mr. Rivera, please just let me know, give me more details, how she got into the car, what happened to her, what did you do to her? His answer was, I brought you here, didn't I? So that means that I did it. I don't remember how I did it.
Okay. So he tells you that you were pressing him for more details.
Yes.
He tells you that he brought you all the way out to her.
Yes.
So that means I did it, right? It was a question, is that correct?
That is how he's put it, yes.
And then he follows that with, I don't know how I did it, is that correct?
That is correct.
Did you press him at one point on more details by asking him what changes?
He goes, nothing changes. I brought you out here. And then he restates what he told me earlier.
Okay. All right, and towards the end of this interaction with the defendant, you come back to asking him about being scared when Mollie Tibbetts threatened to call the police. Is that right?
Yes.
What was his reaction, or what was his answer to that particular statement?
He said that he got scared, but he got angry too.
And he was angry about her threatening to call the police?
Yes.
Did you ask him after this happened, did you think about it?
Yes.
What was his answer to that?
He goes, not really.
And you asked him, when people were looking for Mollie Tibbetts, did you ask him, what were you thinking?
Yes.
What was his reaction to that?
I remember he just shrugged his shoulder and he goes, I didn't think about it.
Did he say that he felt bad?
No.
Did he say that he blocked out everything or tried to?
The part where he got angry, yes.
This interaction with Cristhian Bahena Rivera at the roadside, Ms. Romero, lasted how long in the car? What?
Again, I don't have exact times, but it was probably an hour or so.
Okay. And at any point in time, did you go back into the cornfield to observe the area where Mollie Tibbetts had been found?
No.